us off with a little story. About a month and a half ago, I was attending a meeting down in Jackson, and we were meeting at the two museums. And I took some time to go to the Museum of Mississippi History, and there is a mock-up of a juke joint built in there. And there's a jukebox sitting in that juke joint, and it's supposed to be 7 of pretty much the most famous musicians from Mississippi history. And this man's name is sitting at number 7 on that jukebox. So I want y'all to give a warm Corinth welcome to Alan Sibley and the Magnolia Ramblers. We're so glad to have them on our stage. They're going to entertain you for a while here, and I'm just so excited to have them. Remember to support concessions and everything we're doing, and help us meet our goals. And y'all enjoy the rest of the music. Thank you.
Thank you.
People out west heard John Henry's dead. They could hardly stay in the bed. Oh, that next Monday morning on that eastbound train, I'm going where John Henry fell dead, Lord, Lord. I'm going where John Henry fell dead. John Henry, he was a little bitty boy, he's sitting on his mammy's knee. When he picked up that hammer and a little piece of steel, said the hammer be dirty, love me, Lord, Lord. This hammer be dirty, love me. John Henry, he told his captain, he said, Captain, I'm a Mississippi man, and oh, I will let that drill beat me down. I'll dive the hammer in each hand, oh, Lord, dive the hammer in each hand. Now the man had invented that big steam drill, oh, he thought he had it so fine. John Henry, he drove her down 14 feet, but the steam drill only made 9, Lord. That steam drill only made 9. John Henry was hammered on the right-hand side, that steam drill hammered on the left. And oh, I will let that drill beat me down. I'll hammer my myself to death, Lord, Lord. I'll hammer my myself to death. Now they buried John Henry to the graveyard, and they laid him down beneath the sand. All the big locomotives come rolling by, cry, there lies a still driving man, Lord, Lord. Oh, there lies a still driving man. Go talk about John Henry just as much as you please, and tell it to all that you can. Oh, that Henry was born in all these United States, another such a still driving man, Lord, Lord. Another such a still driving man.
Thank you. Well, hello, everybody down here in Corinth, Mississippi. Now, I have been here before, but it's been a while. I was trying to remember. I think it was about 12 years ago, back in about 2010, I believe was the year. And it's good to be back. Well, and I remember there's some folks around this part of the country that like bluegrass music. Are y'all still here? Woo! That's good to know, because I still haven't learned how to play any other kind, you see. Let me tell you who all the Rambling Magnolia Ramblers are real quick. I'm going to try to speed along here through it. Now, we're the Magnolia Ramblers because when we first started out all those years ago, was 16 years ago, we were all from the Magnolia state of Mississippi. Yeah, it's been 16 years. That's crazy. And long story short,
The long story short, somewhere along the way we picked up some Alabama boys. But now we kept the name Magnolia Ramblers because Yellowhammer Jammers is hard to say. So, on the banjo right here, Alabama man right here, that's okay, that's okay. Now he makes his home up in Moulton, Alabama, not too far right across the line from right here.
It's not too far at all.
And he's got his parents and his little boy here with him this evening.
Half of Moulton's here with me.
Half of Moulton's out here with us. That's great. Oh, he does a good job on all these instruments. Now he's a very talented multi-instrumentalist, great singer. Man, you just can't pick him up wrong. His name is Robert Montgomery. Y'all give him a big hand.
I know Coach loved that.
Over here on the guitar.
Hey, Coach. Good.
Another Alabama man here.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you about him. Now, he's another talented multi-instrumentalist. He's got the guitar he's helping us with here tonight, but he's a great mandolin player. Oh, yeah, he's a great bass player. Borrowed him from the Warrior River Boys down here this weekend. Makes his home in Sneed, Alabama. He's a great songwriter. Let's do the original songs here tonight, too, if we can. His name is Brother Stan Wildman. Y'all give him a big hand and make it loud. On the big bass fiddle. Oh, now this is the only other Mississippi man in the bunch these days. I'm going to tell you about this guy. I don't like to call him a bass player. He's a bassist. He approaches this thing scientifically. And not only does he play the upright bass violin made by the K Instrument Company, 1949 is the year model. The bass, not him, the bass. The bass. Not only does he play that, he's got a Fender Jazz electric guitar. Yeah, bass, electric, yeah, bass guitar. 66 is your model on it. It's a little younger than you are. Oh, and between playing the big bass fiddle and the bass guitar, he's got his bases covered. That was awful, wasn't it? Oh, he plays every kind of music there is. I eavesdrop on him all the time. I'll hear him back there practicing, and I kind of listen in on him. And I listened in one time. I heard him playing the blues. I've heard him play rock and roll. I've even heard him play disco music. What was the name of that song?
Disco Duck.
Disco Duck. Oh, but we're going to get him back on the Bluegrass Trail right here for you tonight. His name is Mark Tribble. Y'all give Mark a big hand from Nathan, Mississippi. Mark Tribble. Oh, and my name is still Alan Sibley from the big town of Ackerman, Mississippi. If y'all give me a big hand like that, I would love it. Well, we got to get on into the program. I want to sing a love song. Y'all like? Do y'all like love songs? I do. I think everybody likes it. If we got any of you, if I can't hardly see y'all, I'm like a deer in the headlights right here. If any of y'all fellas had your sweetie sitting next to you, I think some of y'all do down here. I want you to just reach out, put your arm around her, and kind of hug her up to you like you did back, when you first got together, way back when. Yeah, be sure it's your sweetie you're hooking up on now. We don't need no mischief down here in the theater. Right?
You can't get down there.
No, we can't break a ride up here, I can promise you. So be sure it's your sweetie. And this is the song to do this with. It's a good, it's a love song if there ever was one. It's called it's a love song. You're the nearest thing to heaven, honey, that I've seen. I'll get us going here. I have sailed the peaceful waters of the ocean's deep and blue. I held my breath and watched the western sunset's golden hue. And I've flown above mountain peaks and valleys wide and green. But you're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. You're the nearest thing to heaven, yes you are. And I have searched for happiness for long.
silver raindrops fall to earth to cool the day. Watch the rainbows at twilight when the clouds have blown away. How I love the pretty flowers, money cannot buy their worth. But you're the nearest thing to heaven on this earth. You're the nearest thing to heaven, yes you are. And I have searched for happiness both long and far. But my search for love was through the day that I found you. For you're the nearest thing to heaven, yes you are. You're the nearest thing to heaven, yes you are. Thanks, y'all. I hope y'all like that love song, man. Good job, brother. I thought y'all picked pretty good on that. Thank you. But you got such a stern look about you. I'm speechless. I don't know what to think after that. Why? Well, it wasn't like any love song I never heard, you know. What? I couldn't make any sense out of that. I thought you was going to sing about some stuff that I knew a little bit about when you said love song, and then you started out. There was one part of that.
I did. I sang about the magical mountains and
There
the
was-
oceans deep
There wasn't
blue
one
and the
part of
flowers.
that. Wasn't one part of that whole song that reminded me of love at all. That part you sang about holding my breath. Now that made a little bit of sense, but then you got off of that and sang about all that other stuff. I never could make any sense out of that at all.
That's what I call. Ain't that a love? Wasn't it a love song? He's just argumentative.
I know about love too. I know all about love.
Tell me about love.
Well,
Being you the expert on such.
I know a little bit about it. I've been married. Well, let's see. I've been married for, I don't know what I got married for. No, I know about love. I'll never forget the first time. Me and Sarah's been married for 10 years. Last, about 2 weeks ago. No, not 10 years. Wait, it was 11 years. Better get that right. No, 12 years. It's 12 years. See, ever since COVID come along, I've missed a couple of years here. It was 12 years ago. Anybody that taped that and might put it on the internet or something, just edit that part out and make it sound like I remember it the first time. 12 years ago, and I'll never forget the first time me and her kissed. It was so romantic. We kissed, you know, and she kind of looked like she was a little bashful about it, you know, a little bit. And I said, well, am I the onlyest man that you've ever kissed before? And she said, why, yes. And I said, is that right? I'm the onlyest man you ever kissed. She said, I thought you said homeliest. And it was all downhill from there, you know. But there is a little song that I think
You gonna do a love song?
it makes more sense than the one you sang.
Being you know so much about it, I want to hear your love song.
Well, listen close then, Alan. This may teach you a thing or two. Key of G. Now, y'all play now I heard you back there playing for Alan on his love song, and you played so pretty. Play pretty for mine, too. Sometimes y'all don't play as pretty for me as you do him. Just because he writes the checks, don't make mine sound bad. Can you won't do yet? All right. We decided to get married, my little girl and I. The day I bought the license, I let my freedom fly. We walked up to the preacher and said yes to all he said. And if I had to do again, I'd shoot myself instead. No, give me back my $5 I paid for a wife. I was a fool to pay someone to sentence me for life. The first month she was sweet as a melon on the vine. I thought it was my lucky day when I asked her to be mine. She looks so doggone pretty, she liked to tug my breath. See, there's that part about it. She looks so doggone pretty, she liked to tug my breath. But when I saw my mother-in-law, I darn, I choked to death. Oh, give me back my $5 I paid for a wife. I was a fool to pay someone to sentence me for life. Took
skirt to her home up east, and I told her to see the sights. She come in about daylight, oh, where do you spend your nights? She bought out half the city, silk dresses and gold braids. I could have bought the Brooklyn Bridge with half the debts I paid. Oh, give me back my $5 I paid for a wife. I was a fool to pay someone to sentence me for life. That's all I got. Oh, I got one more. One more is all I got. Single men stay single, for marriage is baloney. It would break a millionaire to pay her alimony. Single men stay single, don't marry a wife. A bachelor's life's in heaven compared to married life. Oh, give me back my $5 I paid for a wife. I was a fool to pay someone to sentence me for life. You can deny it if you want to, but I heard the last time we got, you was getting into that. You knew that
That was no love song.
I heard you singing along with me. You can deny it now all you want to.
You better
You
tell
told on yourself.
you gonna be in trouble. That, if she's put that on Facebook, it's gonna beat you home to Alabama tonight. You may have to go backstage with me. Hey, you better try to deem yourself as a banjo picker.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a love song. No, I'm just. How about we ring the bell? I'm gonna pick one on the banjo here. We'll do that. The bells of St. Mary's. All right, here we go.
grab a guitar. Now, I hope y'all ain't in no hurry to leave us, because now we got a lot of good stuff we're going to try to do here tonight before We got a lot of ground to cover. You gonna do, How Beautiful Heaven Must Be, or would you rather do Right Stranger? How Beautiful Heaven?
Oh, well, it's one of our favorite old time hymns. We do have it recorded on an all gospel recording that we put out a few years ago. But if you don't have it, we'd love for you to pick up that or any of our recordings that we've got them set up here on your right as you leave the auditorium here, this side. And so, How Beautiful Heaven Must Be. I think you kick it off. That's a good one. We read of a place that's called heaven. It's made for the pure and the free. These truths in God's word He has given. How beautiful heaven must be. How beautiful heaven must be, must be. Sweet home of the happy and free. Fair haven of rest for the weary. How beautiful heaven must be. The angels so sweetly are singing up there by the beautiful sea. Sweet chords from their gold hearts are ringing. How beautiful heaven must be. How beautiful heaven must be, must be. Sweet home of the happy and free. Fair haven of rest for the weary. How beautiful heaven must be. In heaven, no drooping nor pining, no wishing for elsewhere to be. God's light is forever there shining. How beautiful heaven must be. How beautiful heaven must be, must be. Sweet home of the happy and free. Fair haven of rest for the weary. How beautiful heaven must be.
Well, let's see. Mark, you want to sing this one? I'll tell you now, I want you to do the one about the telephone. That I'm gonna do. Now, how many of y'all get the RFD TV network? Oh, boy. Now, I tell you, we're over there, I believe it's 9:30. That's past my bedtime. Bless you folks for staying up to watch us at 9:30. Your only other alternative, I think we're on at about 5 o'clock on Tuesday mornings. You know, that's really cruel to do that to people. Make us be the last thing they see before they go to sleep or the first thing they see when they get up in the morning. That ain't fair. That's rough, brother. Lord have mercy. But no, I know we're on about 9:30 on Friday nights, and we filmed 13 episodes for the RFD network, and they're about to rerun us to death. You know, I think me and Matt Dillon's the most popular people on the RFD channel. And one little hint that people don't know about that little tidbit of information about our Bluegrass Trail program, all the material on that show was either original, somebody in the band wrote it, or it was public domain. That's because RFD didn't have to pay anything for it, and royalties to the writers. Yeah, well, you know, I am too, so, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
You're telling me.
Yeah, you already knew that, didn't you?
I'm not saying that, I wouldn't say you're cheap. Last time we played somewhere, he paid me with $1 to George Washington and still had black hair. That's what it means.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, long story short, a lot of the material that we did on the television program was public domain, and it had to be like, what was it, 95 years old? So anyway, Mark Tribble does a song that we recorded on the television program, and this is one of my favorites. It goes back to, what year was this, 1918 this was written? It's called The Royal Telephone.
Busy, it's always on the line. You may hear from heaven almost any time. 'Tis a royal service, free for one and all. When you get in trouble, keep this royal line to come. Telephone the glory, oh, what joy divine. I can feel the current moving on the line. Look like our Father, for His love to know. We may talk to Jesus through the royal telephone. Charges, this telephone is free. 'Tis a royal service built for you and me. There will be no waiting on this royal line. Telephone the glory, always answers right on time. Telephone the glory, oh what joy divine. I can feel the current moving on the line. Built by God the Father, for His love to know. We may talk to Jesus through the royal telephone. Fail to get the answer, Satan's crossed your wire by some strong illusion or some base desire. Take away obstruction, God is on the throne, and you get the answer through the royal telephone. Telephone the glory, oh what joy divine. I can feel the current moving on the line. Built by God the Father, for His love to know. We may talk to Jesus through the royal telephone.
Good job, everybody. Y'all like that bluegrass gospel music, all right? We're going to kind of keep on that track for a little bit, and we have Mr. Stan Wildman playing the guitar with us, and I told you he's a great songwriter. And this song that we're fixing to do now, a lot of people have recorded this. I think it was originally recorded by David Davis and the Warrior River Boys on their first release on the Rebel recording label. And then later on, the Church Sisters recorded this song. And then later on, Alan Sibley and the Magnolia Ramblers recorded it on the Bluegrass Trail. And I sang it. But now we have the songwriter with us tonight, so we're going to let him sing his song. That way it's more authentic. And it's a great song with a great message. It's called Just an Old Body.